On behalf of my husband Peter and myself, I'd like to thank you very much for giving our children a very important message, and that message is that NDP is not always losing.
That's a historic moment back in 1980 when Alexa McDonough won the NDP leadership in Nova Scotia, making her the first woman to lead a major political party in Canada at the provincial level. She would also, of course, go on to lead the federal NDP from 1995 to 2003. She was the second woman to do that after Audrey McLaughlin. Alexa McDonough died in Halifax yesterday after a lengthy battle with Alzheimer's. She was 77. Megan Leslie is a former NDP MP who won McDonough's Halifax seat after she left politics, and she joins me from Ottawa this morning. Hi, Megan. Nice to see you, even under these circumstances. My condolences. My condolences to you.
It's sad. There's lots and lots of good memories, though.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of them. I know many NDP people are thinking about Ms. McDonough, Alexa, as most people called her today. How are you remembering her?
I am remembering this woman who was a force of nature, who the personal was political and vice versa. Everything for her was about, how can I take from this story and learn so that I can advance this issue? How can I talk to this person about the possibility of getting involved in their community? She was so community oriented and accessible. I mean, she was my MP, and I saw her in community, even though she was the leader of a party and she was at the rallies, and she was just so present.
Yeah. She did seem to, she paved the way for women in politics. So I wonder, did she influence your decision in terms of you launching into federal politics?
Yeah, for me, how she really impacted me in my political career was more about what we could imagine expecting of an elected official. So I was at Dalhousie University, and there was anti-terrorism legislation that's after 9/11. It was going through the House, and I had co-founded this activist group on campus, and we were talking about the issue, having panel discussions, and she sent us an email. We didn't reach out to her. We didn't send a petition to her. She reached out to us, and she said, hey, I hear that what you're saying about this subject, I'm talking about this in the House of Commons. Can I come meet with you and hear your perspectives? And what an incredible thing. I mean, I'm not from a background where like you just call your elected official and hang out with them. I'd barely met very many elected officials. The fact that she would seek us out and think that what we had to say was valuable, the fact that she came to listen and hear those perspectives, that was a watershed moment for me in understanding what we should be expecting from our elected officials. And it was definitely a model that I strove to meet every single day that I was elected.
Yeah, I mean, that's a sign of an awfully good politician, someone that wants to hear from all sorts of people. Did she ever give you any advice, Megan, about politics? Or was there a memorable story, perhaps, that you want to share about Alexa?
You know, one thing people need to understand is that she was the kind of leader that you read about in those leadership textbooks, where someone gets to a position and then they turn back and they reach their hand out and they pull people up behind them. She was very supportive of my political career. She introduced me to people. She gave me pep talks when I was not feeling great. She left me a lot of voicemails being like, I just heard you. That was such a great job. But she stepped back. She thought that was very important to support me, give me advice, but ultimately let me do my own thing as the MP for Halifax and be my own kind of leader. I'm incredibly grateful to her for that, because that really takes some self-awareness about your own ego. And she was Halifax. I mean, come on. It must have been pretty hard, but she understood that people needed to see me as the new MP, and she really stepped back.
Yeah, I know some people used to call her the premier that Nova Scotia never got to have. And I'm sure she's missed by many people inside the NDP and other parties as well. Megan, thank you so much. It's nice to see you, and I appreciate you sharing those thoughts about Alexa today.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Okay, have a good Sunday. We'll end on that. Some more pictures of Alexa McDonough, who died just yesterday after a long battle with Alzheimer's disease at the age of 77, the first woman to lead provincial NDP in Nova Scotia. She went on to lead the federal NDP as well. I'm Rosemary Barton. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you back here next Sunday, if not before. Take good care.